What is up, everybody? It's your boy Chad here from Defund Simping. But hey, before we start today's broadcast, I want you to know that there is a free Discord that I want you to join. Link is in the description, right? If you want to work with me one on one for 8 weeks, that is also available. We're going to get your Riz up, get your game up, and make you just a better dude overall. So check both of those out. I'd love to have you in both. But today's video, we're going to be going over, my guy, what's his name? I said my guy and didn't even know his name. My apologies. The Desirable Truth. His videos have been doing really well on TikTok. I reacted to a few of them and got some good views. So shouts out to The Desirable Truth. I know one day we'll probably collab podcast or something, but this guy's a good channel, asks good questions. So let's see what he's up to. Let's get it going. All right there is good.
I consent to distribution on all of your socials. Saze.
I like that. I like that.
You do?
Yeah.
You like how I say Saze? Saze? Saze.
All right.
Let's not die, Saze.
Let's not.
It'll be very bad for all of us.
What's your best pickup line? Are you like?
How you thugging?
Why
Okay.
do women love drama?
I can't answer that question.
Yes, you do. You I love when girls try to act like, oh, that's not me. That's most girls, but I'm just different. No, nah.
I don't like drama.
Listen, the only way I believe her is if she has like mostly guy friends because guys are less drama. Other than that, she is the drama.
I'm not saying you,
Okay.
but I mean
you said women.
women.
That's a blanket statement.
General statement. Women in general. Why do women in general tend to gravitate to more dramatic events or things?
That is true. Why are you looking? Oh my, I hate when girls do this. Who's the primary watcher of these reality TV shows like Love Island and Bad Girls Club? Women. It's women watching these shows because a lot of times girls can crave chaos. They crave chaos. And this girl to act like, what? Women do that? Like, girl, come on. Don't be delusional.
In terms of relationships.
Still cannot agree with that. I don't like. I can't give my own personal opinion on that because I don't like it.
Oh my God. So annoying.
So you said men like drama more.
I do. I
No, we don't.
think men like the excitement. Men like to be. They don't like the same thing every day.
No, men want you to feed them a sandwich. You know what I'm trying to say? That in sex, sandwich, silence. That's a lot of men. Sex, silence, sandwich. Men can be pleased with very, very few things. This girl's acting like, nope, I don't know about drama. Who told you that? It's a men. They're the problem. We have a sister here suffering with delusion. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. We have a sister here suffering with delusion.
They like to be kept on their toes.
No.
So how do you wipe your ass with nails that long?
Good question.
So I own a nail salon here in Charlotte. So I always wear my nails this long. And the same thing that I tell people when they ask me this all the time is, do you stick your fingers in your ass when you're wiping your ass?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Decent point.
You have to be gone.
What's your best pickup line?
I don't have pickup lines, man. When you got
Here's the thing, guys, with pickup lines. It's like, I don't use pickup lines. I let a girl choose me with her eyes, walk up to her and say, hey, what's up? Hey, what's good? Like, I keep it very brief. You ain't got to say no line. Because to me, sometimes a pickup line is in a way compensating. Like, I'm not going to be my authentic self. Let me use a line that someone told me, a pickup artist told me, and hopefully it works. Just be who you are. Walk up to her and just say what you normally say. Speak with your normal tongue. I think that's being the most authentic. I don't think you need to come up with some crazy pickup line. Just say what you normally say, and the conversation should go good if she's into you. And if she's not into you, it may not work. Just being real here.
a game, you don't need that.
How do you approach a woman at the club?
What's your name? She says her name. Do you want to dance? All right, cool. Spin.
How long does it
Facts.
typically take you to fall in love with a guy?
Depends on the person and the energy. Probably a few months to like a year.
2 months to 12 months. Yeah, that's a great analysis.
A year? So like you're dating, hooking up with a guy for a whole year, but you're not in love with him.
Yeah.
Is the modern woman broken? I don't know. Is this one broken? Possibly.
Maybe not a whole year. I'll say like 6 months.
Okay, so we're from 2 to 12 months to 6. We're getting somewhere here.
How important is it that your partner works out?
100%.
So you wouldn't date a fat person?
You see, now she's being like politically correct. Like, oh, I accept all people. Shut up. No.
I feel like fat. What is the term fat?
Oh my, what? Bro, how do people date girls like this? Would you date a fat person? What is the word fat? A person who is overweight, a person who can't see their junk because they look down, they see a stomach. Like, it's insane nowadays how the definitions of words have lost its meaning. The word fat, you can look it up. It's a thing. It's a big thing. Majority of Americans are overweight. So people act like, well, what's fat? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. It's just a social construct they use to like, no, they don't. Being fat is not good. Lose weight, go to the gym, eat healthy. Jesus Christ.
Because I like a guy with some meat on him, but you can work out and look very different.
I mean, you definitely don't want somebody who's like 300 pounds.
I disagree.
This woman, I feel like, is arguing to argue. Everything that comes out this man's mouth is met with, I disagree. Well, what is fat? Well, what is... You know exactly what he says when he means a 300-pound man who is overweight. But she wants to go, no, I just feel like...
So you do want somebody that's
I'm
300
not
pounds.
saying I wouldn't, but if a big man wanted to date me and he worked out every day, 100%.
Okay, so The Rock versus Zach Galifianakis.
Don't know who that second person is.
Working out, I that's not a preference for me. As long as the person is healthy, like whatever that looks like for them.
I think their answers, how they answer the fat question, is a reflection of them. So this girl probably doesn't work out that much. So her answer is like, oh, well, if he's, if he's healthy, okay, healthy, okay, whatever. But usually when a girl is, a little bigger, on the bigger side, she'll give an answer like that as long as they're healthy. But if you meet a woman who's actually in shape, works out heavily, she's going to want her man to also work out heavily. And she's definitely entitled to that answer 100%. So you're going to see a lot of girls answering this question based off of how they are. This girl may go to the gym once a week. So her thing is like, whatever, it is what it is. But when a girl is actually in the gym going hard, she's going to want a guy who definitely works out.
If it's working out several times a week, or if it's not working out and just eating healthy or whatever it is, just being conscious about taking care of your body. That looks different for different people.
300 pounds.
300 pounds. I mean, as long as the
Oh my God. This just goes to show that a lot of times girls never want to look bad. It's okay to say, yeah, I don't want a man that weighs that much. But they're going to go, oh, well, if they're healthy and their A1C comes back clean and their cholesterol is good, then I guess, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Just say you wouldn't. Just say, that's why sometimes it's hard to take advice from girls, because she's not being genuine. If a 300-pound man walked up to her at a bar and said, hey, what's good, baby? She would go, I'm good. She probably would say, I'm good, but she's not going to say that.
Relationship between myself and the person is solid. I'm not particular about that.
All right, guys, so we're here at Camp North End because Mad Miles Run Club is having a run, and we're asking more people about modern dating, specifically the fit kind. What do you think the issue is with modern dating?
I feel like the dating pool has pee in it. People are peeing in the dating pool. I wouldn't say there's not a lot of good options, but I feel like a lot of people have preconceived notions, and rather than just trying to learn and accept people for who they are, people want to pick people that fit a mold that they already have rather than finding people that are better suited to their interests.
I think nowadays people don't have the stamina, I'm gonna put it in that sense, basically to deal with another person.
Explain.
Things that people are asking for, either of somebody else or just like in general, most people don't possess themselves. So I feel like they don't.
Okay, so maybe he's saying is a girl who's 500 pounds saying, I want a man who's in shape. So that woman can't even keep that own promise to herself. Maybe that's what he means. I'm not sure.
Don't have like humility when it comes to trying to find a partner, and people basically want what they can't have.
He said a lot of nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He said a lot of nothing. But what I think is wrong with modern dating, there's issues on both sides, right? So you have women, right, that have very, very high standards, and that's fine. Have high standards, but here's the thing: only a small group of men have what you're looking for. If there's 1,000 women with all the same high standards, 6 feet, 6 inches, blah, 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 and only this many men, say 5 men, have those standards, that means those 1,000 women are going to have to share those 5 or 6 men. And you see it often, right? So, and also the problem with dating is men are giving up. Men are going black pill. Men are saying, oh, it's just too tough, I'm quitting, right? Men don't want to be competitive. They don't want to compete. They much rather beat their meat to pornography and just say dating's too tough, right? So just to keep it brief, you know, men not being competitive enough and girls having crazy high standards. Like, listen, if you're an average lady, it's okay to have an average man. There's nothing wrong with average. Most people are average. But when average women want the top tier dude, it creates an atmosphere where the top tier dudes get all the women, right? Which makes it a skewed dating marketplace. That's just my opinion.
In relationships should be, you got to get to know the person. You got to get to know the person. If you don't know the person, relationship's not going to work.
So what are some things that you say make a relationship toxic?
I mean, people bringing in their past baggage,
That's fair.
expectations of a past person they've been with, and expect that from the person they're with now, can be very, very toxic. Also, the sense of, I hate conversations of, oh, I need to know 100% where my partner is 24/7. Relationship issues, trust issues, things like that.
Oh, the things that make a relationship toxic. I think a lack of self-awareness. I think
what makes a relationship toxic is when two insecure people are together. So let's just say for the girl, right? If you said, babe, I'll be home at like 8:00, babe, I'll be home at 8:00. If it's like 8:03 and she's calling you, blowing your phone up, like going crazy, that's insane, right? Let's say you like a photo of a friend from high school and she's out at a bar with her friends and she's dressed normally, that she will blow up on that. I think being heavily emotional causes toxic relationships. If someone can say, hey, babe, when you like this woman's profile, it makes me feel this way. And I hope if you take my feelings into consideration, that's a healthy conversation. When you come into a man's face or a woman's face, bitch, you start just yelling and they match your energy and yell back, that's toxic. I think when people can come together and say, hey, when you do this, it makes me feel like this. Can you compromise? That's healthy. But toxic is when two people are super emotional and how they emote is very loud and aggressive. Fellas, when you're out there with a woman and she's being very emotionally aggressive with you, this is a telltale sign that you may want to get the heck out of there, because she may end up putting hands on you like she's the heavyweight champion of the world. You want to come out with a black eye going to work. That's just terrible. So that's what makes a relationship toxic for me.
sometimes the things that come up in people's past show up in every relationship, whether that's how you were raised, your default settings, conflict resolution, how you deal with problems, lack of communication. And I think looking to your own needs and not the needs of everybody else.
I would say like lack of communication,
Fair.
dishonesty, and not remaining attracted to your partner, like getting too comfortable.
Not trusting, bad communication. I think those are really the basis of like a lot of other issues. So I think bad communication and not trusting each other.
Hey, stop using these for ear cleaning.
Why not?
They're even banned to use in the...
You know, people like try to put it in your face, like if you mess up or whatever, like I could go get another dude, or like, you know, talking down on something.
I don't like that. When a girl starts talking about her other dudes, okay, then go be with them. You're excused. Like, don't let a girl little bro you. Like, oh, I can have another you by tomorrow. Okay, then do it. Sometimes, guys, you gotta call them out. If a girl's in your face talking about how she gonna replace you with this guy and she challenge her on it, legit, it's a test. It's a test, guys. And if you fail that test, she may look at you different. So if she try to boss up on you and say, oh, I can do this and I can replace you by tomorrow, okay, be my guest. Go ahead and knock it out.
Somebody, and dudes do it too, but like, oh, I go get another girl, like, that's just toxic. Like, bro, just break up with her or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why people take people through years on top of years of bullshit, basically. Where y'all both could have just been single doing your thing.
Why do you think people stay in toxic relationships?
Because sometimes people are scared of restarting. You know what I mean? Like going through the whole talking phase again, going back into the dating market is stressful. So I get why people stay, but that's why you gotta kind of have to have this abundance mindset where, hey, if I pulled an attractive girl who's super outgoing and cool once, I can do it again. Think of it as like a half court shot, right? If you shoot a half court shot and you make it once, you can probably do it again. But with dating, man, it's tough. Like I get it. Restarting, getting to know somebody all over again can be a gruesome process. But if someone's draining you and you feel like crap around them and you can't be yourself around them and they're controlling and it's just not the best. Your best bet is to get out if you're going through those things.
I don't understand it, but I've heard like people just be like, oh, it's a love factor. Like I have love for this person, so I deal with their bullshit. I don't do that shit. I could care less. But I think people do it because also comfortability. Like at least they be like, oh, at least he's not hitting me, or at least he's not doing this. But it's like
it starts with that, like at least he's not hitting me, and then that happens. So y'all watch out for that too, boys.
All right, but he's not fulfilling what you need long term though. So you're dealing with some of his bullshit just because you're comfortable. And I'm like, just because you know somebody for a long time or whatever the case may be, or he makes you feel a certain type of way, if he's still not hitting all those key points that you need for you all to have a long lasting relationship, y'all shouldn't be together.
Why do you think people stay in toxic relationships?
Because it's fun.
She just said earlier she doesn't like drama and she doesn't think girls are into drama. But when asked about the toxic relationship, they're fun. Didn't you just say girls don't like drama and you can't relate? You said they're fun with a smile on your face. Gosh.
Would you say that? Would you say that?
Toxic people are interesting. They keep you on your toes.
You just said men like being on their toes. Obviously, she's been in toxic relationships and she knows exactly what she's talking about.
I like to be with somebody boring.
Would you say that women or men love toxicity more?
Men, 100%.
No, they don't. Women are definitely more into that shit. Definitely more.
Toxicity more.
What experiences have led you to believe that?
No.
See, she smiled. She's like, "Ooh, my cover's blown. I can't act like I'm this angel anymore." That smile, that he got her, but she is in the right now. She's trying to make herself look pure and whole and heavenly. Like, oh no, I don't do that. I can't relate to this question. I don't know what you're talking about. But she's trying to put the mask on. The mask almost came off, but she's putting it back on, so people don't think she's a bad person.
No comment.
Exactly. No comment. Exactly. No comment. Jesus.
I mean, not me personally.
Not me personally. Not me personally. Oh my God. Stop
But just
capping.
seeing, like, my guy friends and who they engage with,
Oh yeah. Let's deflect. My guy friends and capping, bro.
or who my girlfriends engage with, things like that.
How has dating changed for you at 33 as opposed to when you were 22?
Oh God. When I was 22, I think I know myself a whole lot more.
You know yourself more at 22 than you do at 33.
I think people are looking for who they are, and I don't think people spend enough time knowing who they're not.
What?
I think they're both equally as valuable. In my 20s, I was more concerned about looks. If you weren't like 6'5", like don't talk to me. You know, I was that way in college too. So I think at the end of the day, it's like you look for quality, not just the externals. I think at the end of the day, like when life goes left, you know, you don't care.
Basically, what she's saying to sum it up, guys, when she was younger, she looked at physical attributes a lot more. Why? For your future offspring. How much money do you have? How fit are you? Are you 6'4", 6'5"? Like all these things. But as she's getting older, her options are getting thinner and thinner. She's not 22 anymore. Her eggs are about to freaking evaporate soon. So now it's more so, do you treat me well? So it went from a laundry list of this to a laundry list of that, all because she got older.
Care how tall someone is or what they do for work. Like, do they
Exactly. She's saying what I knew what she was going to say.
have your back?
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Philippines.
Okay. What do you think American women could learn from the Filipino women when it comes on to dating?
It's very different in my culture. In my culture, it's mostly love language is an act of service.
Oh, girls hate acts of service. Not all girls, but example, like you ask a girl to cook or clean, she look at you like you asked her to go pick cotton in the field. You know what I mean? So acts of service, a lot of girls, nowadays don't want to do that. They see that as slavery. They see that as beneath them. They expect, here's the thing though, they expect you to be the protector and the provider though. But ask them to make the house a home, hire a maid, hire a chef.
So we take care of our men, in terms of like as overhaul in like housewife duties. But
Housewife duties. Exactly. But girls in America see that as slavery. Asking them to go clean the dishes is almost like go pick a cotton in the field. They will equate it to the same thing.
So gender roles, essentially.
yeah, gender roles, but it's modernizing now in the sense that both play a part and in the sense that both are equal to each other.
Not equal to each other. We're not.
But there's predominant parts of Philippines that are still way back in that sense.
Do you think that modern men lack masculinity?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
In what way?
I would agree. And the reason why they lack it is, this is my idea. This is not the fact, the truth. This is my opinion. When girls hoist up these guys, right, with painted fingernails and, more of like a feminine look to them, like they're wearing a dress, and go, oh my gosh, like this type of guys, like I wish men were more like this guy. Men will go to where the girls say to go. Also, if you look at TV, right? How does TV portray men? Babbling idiots, Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, and the woman is seen as smart, competent, the house leader, right? So when men grow up and watch these TV shows, they don't see what a masculine traditional man looks like. They see a babbling drunk idiot like Peter Griffin and Homer Simpson. That also affects men. So I think men are lacking it, and it's up to me and other dudes on here to help bring it back. Let's go.
Most guys, they kind of really don't hold frame, and they kind of just do whatever they want to like.
Thanks, Eduardo. I appreciate that.
But if you like work on yourself first, then she's naturally just gonna like you more.
He said something very important. Work on yourself and girls will like you more. Guys, listen. Self-improvement as a man is so freaking important. Your goal should be, how can I turn into Thanos and have all the Infinity Stones? I got some money. I got my own spot. I got my own crib. I got some confidence. I got some good friends. Getting all those things together, you create the ultimate man. You just do. So here's the thing. The more Infinity Stones you have, the more they're going to choose up. You know what I'm saying? So it's so important to self-improve, because when you self-improve, the byproduct of the self-improvement is women. So here's the thing. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself and your family, but the byproduct is usually chicks. So if you're struggling with chicks right now and you're 18, 19, 20, don't worry about it. It's fine. You do the work, and in the end, you'll have the last laugh. Let's go.
So kind of back to what I said before, put yourself first. I found out that when I started doing that, she started liking me a lot more.
You see what he just said? When I put myself first, she started to like me a lot more. The thing is, guys, what he was probably doing it in the intro was putting her up on the pedestal, hoisting her up here. She felt that. She felt that dynamic of him putting her up here. And guess what? She was chasing guys that put her on the equal level. The guys she was chasing, he put her on the same level. What he was doing is put her on a pedestal. So when he fall back, focused on himself, guess what happened? She came. He probably got more in the gym. He probably soaked up some game from like some RP channel, you know what I'm saying? So it's like focusing on yourself can be beneficial, because you're going to realize, yo, I'm messing up in the game here. I'm putting this girl on a pedestal for what? For what? The guys she's chasing after aren't doing it. So yeah, man, good game.
Also, your average man today really doesn't do manly things. Like he doesn't, work out.
True.
He eats terribly.
True.
He stays inside all
Facts.
day. He doesn't get any sunlight. So all it does is just emasculate you. So yeah, I do think that your average modern Joe in today, 2022, lacks masculinity.
Top 5 things every man should do to keep a woman in a relationship.
Man, top 5. This is in no particular order. I would say first, you have to lead the relationship. If she's the one leading it, she's going to lead it to the end, right? So make sure you lead your relationship. Number 2, you have to set the boundaries, okay? The feminine, in my opinion, it's my opinion, is this. The feminine is this. It's this whirl of emotions. Your job is to contain it, right? So set boundaries here and here. Listen, if you do this and cross this line, I will leave. And when she does do that, you do leave, you know, because girls will try to test your boundaries. The third thing is, I would say, you respect each other, okay? You guys have, you know, conversations about what you like, what you don't like, and there's respect. You guys don't disrespect each other in public. You guys keep like a moral code between you two. The fourth thing I would say is, of course, you know, have sex regularly. That definitely keeps the relationship happy. And number 5, I would say she upkeeps herself. I don't know why guys and girls think that when they get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, they can step off the brakes and step on the brakes and stop self-improving. Listen, any girl that I date is gonna be bad as hell. Like, they're gonna be neck breakers. Like, guys are like, damn. So why would I want to take my foot off the brake? If anything, I want to get better. She gets with me when I'm here and I go to here. I want to get better with my girlfriend. I want her to make me a better man. I get more shredded. I make more money, right? That's what men should do. But a lot of times they get complacent and they don't want to do any of the self-improvement. And that's just pathetic. So yeah, that's my top 5.
Put yourself first, stay in shape, chase your goals, like your passion, your purpose. Do that. What's that? We're on 3 now. Have boundaries and uphold them. And then number 5, make sure that she just has respect for you.
Ooh,
I think the problem
nice.
is with men in your age range nowadays.
I think some people think that they have to wait till they get a certain place in their career to be worthy of love, or that everybody else is assuming that they need to be in a certain place to provide, you know.
And that's understandable. You know, a guy knows that if he's with a woman and she makes more money than him, she may not take him as serious as if he was, you know, doing much better. So I think it's a good idea if a guy were to abstain from relationships to get his bag right. Because guess what? If you're pregnant, do you want to work 8 to 12 hours a day? No, you prefer to be home, you know, watching your hormones and being less stressed out. So yeah, it makes sense a man wants to focus on the bag. Come on, that's
The guys I dated in the past, it's like, hey, I need to get my career together. I need to get my money right. I need to do all these things. And then I check those things off the box, then I'll be ready to be in a relationship.
Yep.
It's like saying you can't walk and talk at the same time.
That's a false comparison, baby. That man knows that being in a relationship is going to cost money. He's not going to be able to take you to Applebee's 2 for $20. He wants to give you the best life possible. And he's at a place where he can't give that to you. So I put nothing past that man for not taking you seriously. He's trying to take his life seriously, right? Because you'll love him a lot more when he can provide a lot more. That's just my opinion.
You know, so I do find that oftentimes, or you find guys that aren't secure in who they are. And you realize that there's a lot of great women.
Shouts out King Mike.
Who are like, hey, like, I don't care about that stuff. Like, when you find someone of substance, and that really matters.
How do you feel about the woman being the breadwinner in the relationship?
She's going to say she doesn't mind it. It's 2022, female power. And yeah, I don't see the problem with it. I'll date a man who's broke. Let's see if I'm right.
That tends to be my situation. Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in real estate.
How much do you make a year? Estimated.
I would say probably like 200 or more.
Here's the problem, guys. As women like her rise up money-wise, her dating pool shrinks. As men rise up money-wise, our dating pool opens up. See, that's the main difference. And right now, she finds men, but they don't make the same money as her. So she's forced to settle and date down, which she doesn't really want to do. That's why guys, when they meet her and they go, oh shit, you make 200K plus, let me work on myself and come back to you. It makes sense.
Depends on the year.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't expect you to bring, it doesn't have to be equal, but at the same time, it's like that you're both building.
Are you currently looking for a sugar baby?
Would you like to be my sugar baby, Salsa?
I might take you up on that offer.
Is that what you're saying?
I might just have to.
He was like, I might want to be your sugar. There's an application process.
Walk me through the application process.
You like paperwork. I write contracts for a living, so I'm like, we'd have to put it in writing.
Well, I did a whole contract myself. I mean, don't you?
I wrote up my
Don't
own.
you see what I'm out here doing?
I wrote up my own terms and conditions.
But you heard it here first, guys.
All right, man. That sums it up, brothers and sisters, mostly brothers who are watching this. Yeah. This is the game. Now, guys, one thing I want to do is give you guys solutions. I don't want to get on here and just yell at the camera. You know, it's for entertainment, obviously, but I will say this. In this conversation that talked about, you know, the dynamic of female and male. And one thing I'll say to you guys is, you know, I want you guys to find women who respect you. So one thing this the older woman was talking about, a man said, you know what, I'm not going to date you till I'm on your level. I think it's very important to give the woman of your dreams the best life possible. I think it's very important to do that. And it's hard to do that when you don't have enough money to do so. So get skills, get skills that it's so you can be promoted to the next position, you know, find jobs that pay you more money, ask for a raise, right? I want you guys making the most money possible, because the more money you can make, the better of a life you can provide for your family. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want for you guys. So that's the first thing. Number two, you know, if I remember correctly, they were talking about relationships as far as like, you know, toxic and this and that. Guys, when you're on dates, make sure you ask these vetting questions. You know, a question you can ask a girl to see if she's like the toxic type is, why'd you and your ex break up? Now, you may bring this up second or third date, maybe not the first if you want, but if she goes, if she ever, like, look at her face, guys. When you ask her, why did you and your ex break up? And she goes, just know she's about to lie, because she knows why they broke up is something toxic, and she's trying to put on a facade, you know? So make sure you ask these questions, because you don't want to end up dating someone you thought you knew, and then you guys get in a relationship and you find out she's a totally new person, right? So these are some solutions I'm trying to give to you guys. So I'm not just talking about issues. I'm trying to give you guys some solutions, some game, so you guys can come here and like learn some. But that will wrap up my stream today, guys. I'm probably hop on stream here another 5 minutes and make another video, because I'm in the streaming mood. But you guys have a good day now. Make sure to join my free Discord. The link is in the description. And if you want to work with me one-on-one for 8 weeks, we improve your Riz game, club game, text game, first date game, and just make you a better guy, just click the link in the bio. It says 8-week program. Watch that video and let me know. Let's work with me one-on-one. Let's do it, guys. You guys have a good day now. Peace.